Greetings, this is Tim Masterson, and this is a demo of the Rally Leg Plan tool that I developed in Microsoft Excel. This is the profile page, and the first thing you want to do is to allow the macros. There's two of them. One extracts the bonus points out of the Easy Bake waypoint names, and the other is a timestamp. I'll go over those later on. First things you want to do, you want to set the times. I've already set the times for the rally leg per the rally instructions, and establish the correct time zones. The time zone drop-down boxes will allow you to do the math, and it's all kind of like self-generating. All right. You got to make sure that your total leg hours is correct from your understanding of the rally instructions. Put in some bonus point information. For this demonstration, we'll use 3,000 minimum points and a 500 point fuel log bonus. There's place for your call-in bonus, rest bonus, of course. Telephone number to call, what to say when you call. Then the level of effort, if you haven't done your route already, this might help you to determine how big your route's going to be. I have it initially set at saddle sore 1000 pace, and if you take that pace, 80 hours, that gives you about 3,300 miles, and for the total 80 hours. But you got to figure in your stop times, and the three main stop times are fuel stop times, bonus pickup times, and rest plan. So I've got those populated in there, and it figures all that up. So it gives you a total riding time of 58 hours. So that's a pretty good number that you can use to help plan how big your route's going to be. Of course, all these things are changeable. Change your fuel endurance setting to what's available on your motorcycle, and if you wanted to tweak these numbers a little more, you could change the fuel time stops and or the fuel stop times up or down, whatever you want to do. I'm going to leave them at 10 because it's just a demo. The rest periods per 24-hour day, you want to put that in there. So that populates a number that says, okay, in 80 hours I'm going to sleep at least 18 hours 3 times at 6 hours each. Okay? All right. Once you've got all this done, if you wanted to print it out, you just go to the print function, and if you have any notes about the rally leg that you can type in here, it'll print out with you. Got this nice time zone thing in case you're on the road and have time zone confusion. Take it with you. All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to kind of look at the leg plan. This is the primary worksheet. This is where the segment by segment or bonus location by bonus location route will be filled out after we import the information from MapSource. A couple of things you want to do. You want to make sure that you set your motorcycle clock leg start time. So use the time zone that you want to use. I've got 5 of them in there. I'm going to use Central Time because that's where I live. All right, that converts the rally official times to motorcycle clock times, gives you the start time and the checkpoint time. I want to put in what time you woke up, date and time, so that the wake limit calculator works right. So 20 June at 6:30 in the morning. All right, and what time do you plan on leaving? Since this is leg 1, everybody gets to leave about the same time, so I'm going to put in 20 June at 12 o'clock motorcycle start time. All the entry fields are context sensitive, so that if you try to put in something other than a date and a time, it'll tell you. All right, then you've got these areas here that you can tweak the times for the leg plan after you get it populated, and we have a 6-hour rest period per day number in there, and that translates to 25% of the 24-hour period you want to be resting. So 75% of the time is your wake limit. And that's kind of all captured down here in this bottom thing. It's kind of blank right now because we don't have everything done yet. All right, so that's all you got to do on this sheet. Our next sheet is the map source route properties import area. Got two parts to it. This one over here is for the turn-by-turn table, and this here is for the route waypoint names. All right, crank up map source. Go get the route. And as you can see, we're going west to east. Pretty fast in this area here, maybe a little slower over here. Okay, got the waypoints along the way, bonus locations, whatever system you use. Go to the route, double click on it, go to the route properties, and grab the directions. So highlight row 1 and press Control Shift End, and it highlights everything. Control C to copy. Go back to Excel. Pop it into the turn-by-turn table area, and then we're going to go back to the route and get our waypoint names, bonus location names, same thing, start at the beginning, all the way to the checkpoint. Back to Excel. And before I pop that in, I'm going to change the view so that we can see both the leg plan sheet and the route properties sheet together, and show you how fast it takes this thing to populate. And I'm going to press Control V right now to import the waypoint names. Boom, it's done. So we're done with this sheet. You don't need to do anything else with it. Just click off on it and go to the leg plan. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got our time banner up at the top that has the time at the checkpoint in motorcycle time and in the local time for the checkpoint, plus the amount of slack time at the destination. It's a little context-sensitive help thing here. It'll stay green as long as you're arriving before the close. If you arrive during the penalty window, it'll turn yellow, and it turns red if you're time barred. Okay, so it gives you a constant update of where you're at. All right, we gotta have our start point here and time, first leg to our first waypoint. Then we depart that waypoint to the next waypoint, depart that one to the next one, and so on and so forth. As you add times in these areas here, it propagates through the sheet and adds it all up. Before we do any of that stuff, let's take a look. We got a timed bonus over here of at this point you need to arrive between 8 in the morning and 1800 or 6 o'clock in the evening. So let's put that into a timed bonus location box. I've already got all the waypoints in a lookup table. All you got to do is select it and then put 8 o'clock in the morning for arrival and 1800 for close time. And as you can see, they're green. That means that the arrival time is between 8 a.m. and 1800 in the evening. If it was if I was too early, let me put something in there that makes it early. Let's say probably, I don't know, just try 12 hours, see what happens. As you can see, I arrive at 4 a.m. and the open window turns red. I'm still not late because I haven't got there at 1800 yet, but it tells me that I'm too early. And the same is true if you're going to be late. The red or the close time will turn red, and we'll add maybe 4 hours onto that, see what happens. Okay, now I'm arriving at 20:35, and it says that I'm late. I arrived after the open time, but I didn't make it in time for the close time. So that works pretty good. All right, now that we've got that done, let's look at our rest times. And it's pretty straightforward. You just look at each leg and see what your arrival time is. I'm arriving at about 1:20 in the morning for motorcycle time. I don't know, maybe in Montana someplace by then, maybe a little farther. So it might be in central time zone. But anyway, it's a good place to put 6 hours worth of rest. As you can see, our wake limit indicator gets pushed farther down the road because we've just added some rest in there. Look at the next one. Arrived there at 12 noon. Just want to arrive at 7, so I want to keep riding. And looks like I'm arriving at this bonus location at about 3 in the morning, so probably put about 6 hours in there sometime. Like I said before, all the times are context sensitive, so if I try to put 6 hours and just don't do it right, it says, no, you got to use the right format. So it kind of helps you to keep you from making mistakes in format. Okay, so let's look at our last one. Looks like we're arriving here at about midnight, and that might be a good place to put about 6 hours. We can put more. If you look at your slack time up here, you've got 8 hours and 52 minutes of slack time. So if you put a little bit more than that, more than your normal rest period is okay. But since we're going to be in the eastern part of the country, you might want to have that little slack time just as a nice little cushion. Come back over here, check to see that we're still arriving at our timed bonus. Good. All right, still looks good. Now let's see what our overall rest period times are. You can see that this turned red. That means that overall you're not you're over your wake limit. And you can come down here and see that statistic if it all concerns you. You're just slightly over it. You've got 76% waking time and only 23% sleeping time. So if we change this to maybe 7 hours, let's see what happens. Okay, still got an hour and 52 minutes of slack time. Make it 8 hours. Give us 52 minutes of slack time. Oh, and our wake limit turned to green. So that means that you've met your rest management targets. Okay, so this guy's pretty much complete. Got 52 minutes of slack time remaining, and we want to get on the motorcycle and take this with us. There's 2 ways you can do that. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to load it into the computer, put the computer in sleep mode, and have this as the thing that pops up when I wake up the computer. And also might want to print it out and put it on your tank bag, have it for handy reference. There's the first page, here's the second page. There's all your leg statistics here. Everything, all the assumptions that made up the plan. Okay? All right, so that's ready to go, and it's just a plan, but it helps you to do all the math and everything. Now, there's an advantage to having a tool like this with you while you're out on the road. If you wanted to do a mid-leg replan, or to see how your actual arrival time meets your projected arrival time, I've created a little hotkey that allow you to pop in the current date and time, or whatever it is right then, depending on whether or not your computer is set to the correct time, and it should be. So you're at a stop and you want to see what your actual arrival time has on the impact of the plan that you developed. So you can go to the departing point here and put the actual time that you're going to depart by either typing it in or using Control S to do a timestamp. And of course, this put the actual time that I'm talking about right now, December 13th at 10:54 in the morning. And it kind of blew this, but if you're riding within the leg 80 hours and you're at that time, you just whatever you put in there. The important point is that all these times after the timestamp are based on that timestamp time. The total time to the checkpoint is not based on these individual things here. It's based on just 2 numbers, the arrival time minus the leg start time. So it's all the stuff that you did up here is not going to have that much of an impact. Everything afterwards, though, will. Kind of confusing, I know, but the thing really works well. If you make a mistake and want to get rid of that guy, you can just copy the formula below or from above it and just pop it in there, and you're back to your original plan. So that's the lake plan profile sheet, lake plan, and the route properties. All of the cells have comments in them that allow you to see what the intention of use was, and formats that you might need, plus all the rest of the stuff. So I hope to get it out for general use right after the first of the year. Several people have contacted me and are out working on it and seeing how we can do different things. So that's it, and thank you very much.